Hey, Cancer, and welcome back to the Journey of Self. I am your intuitive tarot reader as well as your host, Brandy. Guys, I've been away for a little while. It didn't feel so hot, all right? I am recovered now and ready to get back into it. Excuse me. Okay? Guys, I would like to thank you for your likes, for your shares, and your subscriptions. If you haven't done so, I would like to invite you to do that as well. Okay, guys, I would also like to invite you guys to do something a little bit special for me. I would like you guys to actually send me things that have inspired you along your way, along this journey. I would like to share them on my website, thejourneyofself.org, and I'm going to share it on the wall. That's the space where I'm going to share that. If you guys have people that you know, poets, writers, that you would like to kind of like direct me toward, that wouldn't mind being on, even artists, photographers that wouldn't mind having their work on the website, just let me know. You guys can send me that information on the Journey of Self email at gmail.com. Once again, that is the Journey of Self email at gmail.com. Okay. So also too, visit me on Instagram, the Journey of Self 1, also on Twitter at Self the Journey. Okay. Now that that's handled, we're going to go ahead and get going. All right. So, I forgot to even say, this spread that I'm doing, guys, is called Where Do You Stand? Duh. Right? It is a 7-card spread. It is something that I kind of came up with during my downtime. Also, too, guys, I will be doing my spread a little bit different this time. I will be doing the first part, which will be the initial. This 7-card spread, it'll give you even some advice as well as best case scenario. Also, along the way, I will be stopping after I've done those 7 positions of this spread. I will be stopping and I will be doing 3 of the Doreen Virtue Romance cards. This is going to be for the short version, for the people who may not have the whole time to dedicate to the video. So it's going to be more like a 10-15 minute run, right? And then we're going to have the extended version also in this video where we'll go into clarifying as we go down the line. And then we'll actually add to these 3 spirit message cards. Okay. That's why I'm doing it. I used to do that all at once, and like you had to go through the whole thing with me to get to the end. I was wondering, like, how could I serve those people who don't have as much time? I mean, we're talking about the difference between lunch breaks and stuff like that, right? We're talking about the difference between commutes, train rides, and car rides and things of that nature, right? So that's that. So we have the first position. How are you being seen in this situation? Okay, Cancer, you may be involved with a water sign, maybe a Sagittarius. All right. You're being seen as moving forward with control. And that's great. But there's also something here about either the Sagittarius or temperance in general. Temperance in general. Okay. I don't know. I feel like maybe you may be like maybe at an end of a project, or maybe at the end, in some cases at the end of your wits. Okay. Excuse me. I'm just gonna, maybe at the end of your wits in some cases. Okay. Maybe there's some things that you have to do that you don't really want to do. Okay. It seems that some of these things might be burdens there, and oh gosh, I don't know what's going on. And then being clarified, or not really clarified, but added on to. This is the position of what actions are needed. And to me, this is telling me that it's burdensome for you to have these choices or to have to make these decisions. Okay. What you can't control, or the variable. Let's get into that. the Ace of Swords. There's also the Three of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles. There may be an offer coming in or a new idea that has been sparked. This may involve an earth sign. Okay. It can also involve an air sign. There is new mental inspiration. Okay. There is an offer being made. This may involve money as well. Okay. Maybe this involves money or some type of situation of that nature. You know, like kind of like maybe a partnership or maybe a business or something like that. Ooh. All right. So the next position is going to be your highest level of performance in this relationship or your current position. Okay. How you're being seen. Like almost like a look at your good side. Kind of like a strength area, right? Your level of performance. The Queen of Wands. She is confident. She is warm. She's inviting. And the decision maker in a way, right? Making the decision. Having the whole world in your hands and being and making that decision. Okay? All right. So, this next position is the change or the improvement that is needed. Okay? And we have the King of Wands. It's way too many cards flipped out. But I'm going to keep them because as I laid them out, they made perfect sense. Okay. Okay, Cancer. All right. So, change or improvement. There's some endings that need to happen. Maybe even be with a fire sign. Okay? As I said before, maybe an air sign involved, but you may be getting some swift information or some swift truth that comes into your life in regards to this situation. I do see you kind of here looking over what's going on. Some of you may result, this relationship may result in a marriage, could involve a marriage. And that's only the 5th position, okay? Bunch of cards came out for that. Now, we have the 6th position. Why is all of this happening? Okay? What is the basis of this? And this is not even the best position, which is the best case scenario, which is the 7th position. We're not even there yet, and we've already seen pretty straightforward to the point of what exactly is happening here. Okay. Choices, I do believe. There could have been some manipulation in this situation. You know, I do see that maybe, like I said, it could involve a fire sign or an earth sign. Maybe even a Taurus or a Virgo. Right? Because that's here as well. Maybe even a Taurus or a Virgo. The changes that you're experiencing are going to help you get to a better place. A better place. Why is this all happening? Because of the Magician and the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords. Right? All right, so best case scenario. Or you could have this in the 6th position either way, but I was thinking best case scenario, but just as an add-on to the Magician and the 6 of Swords. Beautiful. Beautiful. Go ahead, make those choices, or give people the space to make their choices. And however it goes, it's still going to end with complete bliss and contentment. That's the best case scenario. A wish fulfilled. As I clarify, B is for victory. B is also for 5. 5 of Swords, okay? So, it's looking real good. It's looking real good, Cancer. It's looking real good. It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, let me go ahead and pull 3 of these Doreen Virtue, Romance, Angel cards. Then we're going to go ahead and clarify. As I explained in the beginning, we're doing it just a little bit different, right? Than we have in the past. Right? Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So back to what we were saying before. Someone is not letting some things end that need to end. They're kind of going over things. There's a balance. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Well, that brings a new clarification to the Hierophant, because that could also involve legal systems, things of that nature. The government. But I don't see much of that. But I do see this. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Heart-to-heart conversations. Okay? Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Forgiving and learning. I know I said I was only picking 3. These other 2 flew out. So when they do that, I read them because they're your messages. I don't want to short you guys. It says, as you release and heal your past, or the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So that's the short version. For the people who want to kind of kick out now, that's part of it, right? So now with that information from the Romance Angel cards, I'm going to now go into my extended version with the people who would like to stick around. Okay. So we have this going. We want to clarify the Temperance in reverse in the first position for how you're being seen. I feel like that's the first order of business. Okay. Something about balance. Maybe you trying to find your balance, you know, maybe you felt a little off balance for a while. You know how that goes. I'm just seeing like, oh, you know, like your slip is showing in a way, like you're slipping, you know, in certain ways. Okay. But you are moving forward with control. You are moving forward with strength. Okay. Temperance. It's all about balancing, and it's basically clarified with the 2 of Pentacles. And yes, it could have something to do with balancing the books, balancing, you know, that work and life career area, balancing romance and finance. How about that, right? Balancing romance and finance, trying to make the numbers add up, right? Right. And that Temperance in reverse, in that first position, can also talk about us not feeling abundant. Okay? It talks about us not feeling abundant. So I feel like that's part of it as well, as clarified by the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, let's move on to the next position. The actions that are needed. We had the 10 of Wands, and we also have the 7 of Cups, clarified by the Emperor. Okay, clarified by the Emperor. This can also be in relation to an Aries. Okay. So I don't know. This feels like it's telling me, like, in this situation, you do have the control. Like, you have control, right? You do have a say. You are being looked at as, you know, as having an opinion, a valid opinion. Okay, as clarified by the Devil card and the Hangman in reverse, right? So by the time the Hangman is in reverse, he already has his illumination and he's ready to walk on, right? That's a position we always like to see the Hangman in reverse, because we know he's ready to move on. He is no longer, you know, hanging in wait. The Devil in reverse. So, okay, it seems like you're ready to work hard at this relationship and move on from the things that maybe aren't serving you to your best interests. And therefore, some of the things in that cup. Oh, now we see why the Magician is here. Okay. All right. We see why the Magician is here, because now the Magician came out along with the Devil in reverse, along with the Hangman in reverse. Okay. Okay, Cancer. I see you. You want to clarify and get two magicians, okay? Because you're like, I know I got this. And you know what? You got this. What can I say? I can't even do nothing but, like, you got this, okay? Because I can see that you guys are fighting some demons. You're winning. And you're winning. How about that? That's amazing. Oh, my gosh. That's amazing, just being here to witness. Okay. So let's clarify the variable portion, the Ace of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. I mean, at this point, I feel like saying that, don't worry. These are the variables. Like, these are the breaks. Don't worry. Like, you're doing the right thing, and you are getting a new way of thinking. You are getting a new opportunity in relationship, as well as maybe in finance. Maybe in finance, because the Page of Pentacles is a young energy, but it is an offer, and it can be of a financial kind. Okay, so something in that manner is coming. Okay, your highest level of performance is the Queen of Wands. So you definitely are displaying your passion. You definitely are confident, and you definitely are shining. Okay, I feel like you're getting a little bit of attention there too. Okay, all right, slow down now. Watch out now. All right, and then we have the Two of Wands with the World in a hand. I think that says enough. You have the whole world at your feet right now. Decisions are to be made, maybe even involving a fire sign. Okay. Also maybe an air sign. This could also involve a Taurus or a Virgo. I do believe that came out. Yeah, Taurus or Virgo. All right. So let's go ahead and clarify the highest level of performance position. Let's clarify that Queen of Wands. Let's clarify that Two of Wands. And when the Magician comes out twice, along with all the other great cards, I think we know what's going on here. You're winning. Okay? Yep. Definitely winning. You are getting out of being trapped in your head, okay? And in your highest level of position, or in your current position. You are getting out of your head. You may have been trapped in your head here with the Eight of Swords, okay? And then you have the High Priestess. When the High Priestess shows up, I'm always like, yeah, because I already know that you know what you're supposed to be doing. Like, you have the information. The High Priestess is the future as unrevealed, or you know, like a secret, like knowing something, and sometimes it's about not saying anything, and sometimes it's about knowing something and then letting it be known that you know this. Okay. I feel like there may have been over celebration And there may be in the future a need to celebrate. Okay? Because the situation is going to work itself out because you are putting in the work. And the things that need to be cut out are being cut out. Okay? The things that need to be cut out are being cut out. So those decisions will be automatically made. Here we have the wheel. The wheel appears in your life when it's pretty much walking in destiny's hands. Okay? And then we have the Knight of Swords. So once again, the Knight of Swords is echoed twice and clarified by himself in the same section. Okay? So there will probably be fast information and fast movement once this gets going. This is, I don't see too much newness. I see this as a relationship going to another level. As a relationship going to another level, I see you maybe checking in on your status of how you stand and where you stand, and you stand in a great place. Okay? You're in a great place in this relationship. So now there may be some conflicts, but even here no, I mean, I don't see any, honestly. You guys are in a really good place right now. And this may be your soulmate. This area is clarified that this could be your soulmate, all right? There may be some karmic ties going on in this relationship, and also some karmic endings. To be honest with you guys, when I see that along with the Lovers there, yeah, because the Two of Cups is now clarified in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles, right? So we know what that means. Like, you know, some of us are really working hard on a relationship. Some relationships are ending, and that's okay because it's going to lead to wishes fulfilled. So that's okay. Okay? There's always two sides to every coin. Same coin, right? Some people wish fulfilled is going to be reconciling. That came out already. To others, there's going to be a healing in moving on. Clarified by the King of Swords, right? So yeah, the hard truth, right? The Queen of Cups, all right? You guys can be involved with air sign. You guys can be involved with the other signs that I mentioned. It really doesn't matter. You'll know this by the energy that resonates with you. Okay? Now we are done clarifying these positions. It's looking good, though. It's looking really good. Okay? We're going to go ahead and read these three cards that flipped up out of here. All right. Oh, look at me dropping things. All right. So we have these three cards. We have ground yourself, we have breathe, and we have self-sabotage. Okay? Yeah. All right. I can see the self-sabotage, right? It says ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you are ungrounded. This is the time to become centered and allow your spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with the divine source. Okay? Also, I like the card in here that says kind of like when you're feeling these things, when you're feeling unbalanced, irritated, and things of that nature, it's really time for you to sit back and say, wait, when is the last time I checked in with myself? Like, what's wrong? Like, you ask yourself, really, what's wrong? What is wrong with me right now? Why am I feeling this way? Right? So then we have the breathe card because your feelings are valid. There's probably a reason that you need to pay attention to. Okay? Or something you need to learn to let go. Either way, both very helpful in understanding those feelings, and they should not be overlooked. This is the breathe card. Okay? The breathe card, the breath card, excuse me. So the breath is a vital bridge between your body and soul. It's a connection between the inside and the outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and the divine source. The breath permeates your entire body with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. Prana. Okay? Breathe to get the prana. All right? Self-sabotage. When you learn to get out of your own way, when you learn to get out of your own way, there will be nothing stopping you. Most of the time, it is not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It is your inner voice that derails you. Those carefully woven plans. Okay? So, excuse me, guys. Let me do that again. All right? So, when you learn to get out of your own way, there will be nothing that can stop you. Most of the time, it is not others that prevent us from achieving our goals. It is our inner voice that derails us and our carefully woven plans. Okay? So, when you have this much ability, the one piece of advice that I can give you, right? Been here, felt this way before. Don't be cocky. Don't be reckless. Right? Don't be cocky. Don't be reckless. Definitely listen to your intuition. Let bygones be bygones, right? Before we heard about healing and learning. Let bygones be bygones, right? And move forward, because it is going to be good, regardless of what you have to do, whether you have to separate or whether you have to reignite what you already have. It's up to you, okay? And it's going to be great either way. All right? That has been your reading. All right. Thank you. Like I said, once again, for your like, sharing, your subscribe, and your subscriptions, your subscribes. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day.